My name is David Goodrich. My career is I'm a musician. It's not only that I play gigs, but I play with a lot of different people and a lot of different styles of music. I make records with people. I produce records for people. I play on sessions for people. I do film score work, compose my own music and play my own music, and I teach. So all those things work together to be a musician in the 21st century. I do know what happened to the economy this fall and how close actually things came to being even worse than that they were. So. Fortunately, me and my family have not been that greatly affected. You know, my wife works in academia, and I have a foot in academia, teaching at college as well. And I haven't been affected financially about it. Where I've been affected is it's actually because of people having less money to go to like a state school or seeking out community colleges where I work. So this year we had so many guitar students that we actually had to hire another guitar teacher to handle the workload. I couldn't handle it all. So I see it as a result, and I don't know if it's directly related, but GCC's enrollment has gone way up because of people not affording UMass. But another place, you know, where I really see it in my family life is what everything costs these days.
Yeah.
Like food, just buying food. We buy good food. We eat good food, and that is expensive.
Yeah.
And my whole food bills are ridiculous. We're not going to eat less quality, but we're really kind of being concerned about what we're doing, you know, with our bills and that. You know, heating oil, crazy. It's gone way up. So I'm doing really well coming in, but I'm spending a lot more of it going out. I'm very diversified, so I can weather kind of all this kind of stuff. I guess it's like having your money, being diversified, and skill sets to have, you know, like being one to like be able to work well with other people, be able to take somebody's idea and help bring it together, like to be a good facilitator of ideas, help being a good spark, you know what I mean, to like help somebody who doesn't quite know. So working with people making records, it's good. Being just a session guy on records, being able to take direction well and try to find what the song should be about to play on. Being able to improvise really well helps you move quick, you know, to hear music. But also being able to read music, also I can play on those kinds of gigs and whatever. So it's really helped me. The music department is bigger than ever now. So and a lot of it is kids going there, going that as their first step instead of onto UMass. We almost had no resources. Well, that's kind of the funny thing, that enrollment is up, but we seem to have less money than ever in the department. But we never have much money anyway, but things are okay. For young people starting out wanting to play music, you should do it. My advice is do it because you love it. Don't do it to make money. If you're into making money, a lot of other things that'll really help you achieve that goal. And you can still play music, you know what I mean, for love. But if you really love, you gotta do it. You can do it. But it's hard. And again, it's different than what it used to be. And I think one of the newer things which I'm not versed in, but for my students, is to be really hip on the newest technology. So to be really, like you are, like being hip to the ways of digital recording, the way of disseminating information digitally, like being hip to that.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm way behind the curve. I'm of the past generation of that. Attendance is down, and when they talk to club owners, like attendance is down unilaterally.
Yeah.
So people that would maybe go to 4 shows a month are going to 2 shows a month now. So they have to pick and choose. So there's not like they see it in that kind of way. And maybe they just saw you last year and they're like, you know what, we're going to go see somebody else instead. And everything costs more to get it to the gig. So,
right.
You know, like the fees aren't going up for the performers, but it costs more to drive. And these people spend a lot of their money, you know, touring, or they spend their time touring. It costs a lot of money to fuel their car and plane tickets. And that has all gone up without their pay being raised, and there's less people showing up to the shows. And now there's less people coming to the clubs because of they don't have the money to go out. The production and the end of it and the recording end, there's been no stop. The studios are still humming along. People want to make records, so. Well, you could kind of feel it coming, yeah, you know. And as a person who still reads the newspaper, you know, you could see, you knew it was coming. Mm-hmm. And I like to think that we're on the way out of it. You know, it's happened before. Mm-hmm. It'll happen again. Oh, they're so interconnected. There's so many things. I can't really look to one person and say George Bush did it, or his cronies did it. But the seeds of it started from a long time ago. You know, they were planted back in the post-war years, and moving into this industrial military complex that we have, where a lot of money is made on making people hate each other, so you can sell weapons to each other, and there's a huge market. But then, you know, the roots of the problem are very deep. Run very deep for a poor musician like myself to solve or to get too tied up in it, you know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of branches, you know, a lot of it spreading out that it's going to take a lot of work. That just one president can't do it, and because as people are getting poorer, it seems like people are also getting richer. So the richer people aren't necessarily too hip to change that. America has lost taking care of America. Like, what's made here anymore? Like manufacturing, like this little mug, it's not made here. We'll actually make more money now by cutting out the American worker. Absolutely, people want cheap stuff, and they want a lot of it. I don't think that's possible. Not a global thing, but I think it's possible with an individual. Yeah. I don't think it is, because I don't think people think about it that way. I don't think people are hip to that. They're numbing out on their 800 channels in high def. So, you know what I mean? So they don't care. They're happy. Right? People are happy with all that stuff. Yeah. They don't think about it. They don't think about any of that other stuff. They don't want to go deep into that. But so I don't think it's going to change globally. You know, capitalism, consumerism. Yeah. It's all here. It's here to stay. And I think there are other alternatives out there. But, you know, I don't think there's been a great dumbing down of America. And people don't look inward anymore. People don't investigate. People don't spend quiet time alone anymore. They got their little things and they press their little buttons and look at their little deals and they take it all with them. You know, but there's no more reflection. Absolutely. But I accept them the way they are, and they're not going to go back, you know, and you can't live in the past. But boy, you know, there was something real simple about how it used to be. It really was. And right now, it's much more complex.